YouTube. Y'all excuse my head today. It's hot and the humidity here is the devil. It is not of God in North Carolina. Woo, China. Whew. Anyway, just kidding. Hi. So, okay. I decided to do a video today. Yesterday, initially, I did just like a quick update video, and I was asked a question by one of my subscribers. Shout out to Mr. Washington, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for all your tips and all your comments. I really appreciate them. So I wasn't sure after the video I made yesterday how often I would post, what I would post about, or anything else. However, today I was compelled to make a video. I read all of the comments from the fraternity court video. I may not comment on all of them, but I definitely take the time and I read them. Some of them positive, some of them negative, some of them not necessarily negative, but they are adverse towards me, but they're constructive. And I appreciate them all, especially the positive ones and the constructive ones. Please know that I apply them as best that I can according to what applies to me, my life, and my everyday situation. So shout out to you guys for that. But last night in particular, I stayed up kind of late reading comments. That was a comment thread though, and the comment read, and I can't remember exactly who wrote the comment, but the comment read, I think the wife is really pretty but dumb. So I took the time and I read the comments that were even in that thread, and a lot of them kind of were trending the same way. I agree. I think she's dumb too. If it were me, then I would not. First of all, I'm going to tell you this. You don't know what you would do or would do until you are in a situation, right? Experience is the best teacher, and based on the experience that you are taught, you gain wisdom, right? So then, if ever faced, God forbid, with another situation like that, you can actually say how you would or would not act or react, right? Because you've already gained that experience. So the first thing I'm going to say to you guys, that show actually aired almost 5 years ago, right? That's one. And in that time frame, so much has changed. Stuff changes on a day-to-day basis, so you can imagine what has changed in 5 years, okay? As I've said before in other updates, no, me and Mr. Jackson are not married. No, him and Mr. Lipscomb are not together. Yes, we have all moved on in very separate and different directions based on where life has taken us. We're all very grateful for the growth that came from us actually going to fraternity court. The other thing that I want to kind of hit on is, guys, when you are in certain situations, especially when they are negative situations, they tend to bring out the worst in people. So when you go on shows like Fraternity Court, Maury, Steve Wilkos, stuff like that, you have about 45 minutes of time to express about a year. For us, it was like a year worth of stuff. So, of course, we were just hitting on the key things. I could tell y'all some stories about a lot of background stuff. So, to all of the ones who are like, oh, well, you should never confront a woman about your man, or you should never get upset with the woman because the woman doesn't owe you any loyalty, etc., etc. Here's the thing about that, guys. So, Miss Lipscomb, no, I didn't come at her disrespectful when I first met her because she didn't know we were married according to her. However, she did acknowledge the fact that he wore his wedding ring the entire time. She has acknowledged the fact, oh yeah, well, there were times when we were intimate and he would answer the phone for her, right? That's neither here nor there. My grievance is, after I've addressed to you that that's my husband, that doesn't give you a right to continue to pursue my husband. To me, all bets are off at that point. I'm not following behind you. I've read comments that, past that point, I've read comments that were like, if I was her, I just would have left him. It's not always that easy, especially when you have allocated, which means total, right, or to collective, invested assets, not just financially, but property, children, right? It's not easy just to say hey, I'm just done. I'm not even going to look back at that situation, because your heart wants what it wants. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how much self-esteem or how much confidence you have. The truth of the matter is, when us is called us ourselves in love, you try to see the best in people. You look at people through rose-colored glasses. Do you understand? You don't necessarily see them for what they have. You try to see, or what is going on, you try to see the best in them. And a lot of times, it's thinking about the good times, not necessarily being naive, not necessarily focusing on what is going on in the here and now. The next thing I want to address to you, guys, you all have to understand, a lot of that stuff that came out on the show, I didn't know prior to. So as far as him, Mr. Jackson and Miss Lipscomb still being together, I didn't have knowledge of that before we actually got to the show. As far as him stating, oh, he was standing in the middle. Before we actually went to the show, it was, okay, I want my marriage to work. I want our marriage to work. And these were the things that he was telling me. I'm willing to go to marriage counseling. I'm willing to do what it takes. So as far as all of that stuff coming out on the show, I was dealt the blow as well. So I was reacting based on what was given to me in real time. It just so happened that the cameras were rolling. As I said, negative situations tend to bring out the worst in people. So now that we've gotten all that addressed and cleared up, right? One of the things, hold on guys, I'm like the neighborhood mom. Hold on. Yes, babe? I think eventually Cassidy will surface. I'm not sure where she is though. I'm sorry. So yeah, like I said, sorry guys, I'm kind of like the neighborhood mom around these parts. But children are fun and they keep you young. So I'll accept, being the neighborhood mom for now. But like I said, moving forward past that, now that I got all that off my chest, I did want to address some other comments that were more positive. And guys, I appreciate all the positivity. I appreciate all the, oh wait, there's my baby, hold on. Well, I can't turn the camera, hold on, I'm gonna turn it a little bit. That's Kiasia and Reagan kind of hanging out, guys. I don't know if y'all can see them very well, but they're hanging out. Here comes Kiasia, hold on. Tell her I said, let you ride the bike. Sorry, Reagan and Kiasia are very close in age, so you guys can imagine they have arguments all the time. Okay, so as I was saying, I wanted to just kind of briefly comment on some of the more positive comments. I can't remember the lady's name who posted this, but one of the things she said was, I'm sorry, hold on. Yes, Reagan.
Mommy, my bike is tired.
Your bike is not tired. Allow her to ride the bike, Michelle.
But it's still tired.
Reagan, Michelle, she can ride the bike. Your bike is not tired. Sorry guys, Reagan is, child, they are 4 and 5, so just hold on to that, right? But so there was a lady who commented and she said, you're such an inspiration. Another comment said, oh, I appreciate you for being the woman you are. You're a very strong woman. Another comment read, thank you for being the woman of God. I want to continue to follow you. You should start a YouTube channel. So I said yesterday in the video, so many people have said to me, you should start a YouTube channel. And I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to start a channel about. So yesterday was the first time that I've ever posted a video, that I've ever seriously even considered making a video for YouTube. And yesterday, I think when I made that video, I had about 30-something subscribers. I went to bed and I woke up this morning, it was like 62. And as of now, I think it's like 74. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you all. I truly, truly, truly appreciate all the feedback. I truly, truly appreciate all of the comments, be they negative, be they positive, be they constructive, because as I said, some of them were more constructive than negative, and I have applied the things that apply to me. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys, because it's humbling for me. Some people start off with, like, just overnight they have 1 million subscribers. And then other people, like it takes them years just to get about 10 subscribers, right? For me, it's like, wow, 72 people actually are interested in me and what I have to say. So guys, I just want to say thank you. Past that, I don't know if you guys can actually hear the song playing in the background. The song is called Necessary. So the point in me actually doing this video, I don't know that Fantasia made the song, but I know that Fantasia actually is one of the people who sing the songs, and she's actually sang it a couple of times on her concerts. Yes, I go to Fantasia's concerts because I absolutely adore Fantasia, just period. Let's just get that understood. I just love Fantasia. Fantasia fan over here. Anyway, so the song is called Necessary, and I found this song to be befitting for this particular video, just based on all of the feedback that I have gotten, right? And one of the things that I will say is, you don't know how God will use the situations that you actually go through. A lot of times, especially with negative situations, because we can't see the end. We know how it started and we know where we are in the process, but you never know how it ends, right? And for me, everything that I've gone through today was necessary, which is why I was playing the song in the background, because I'm so very grateful to God and who He is in my life. And you know, if you are not a believer, no offense, no harm, but for me, I'm a believer in Christ, and everything that He has done for me thus far was necessary. It was necessary for my growth. It was necessary for my self-worth. It was necessary for my self-esteem. It was necessary for my self-love. It was necessary in order to build me into the woman and the mother that I am right now at this very moment. No, I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I am so grateful for the growth that has transpired in the 5-year period from where I was. Divorce is never fun for anybody, especially when there are children involved. Nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody wants to have to go through necessary changes in their lives that cause them to restructure, reflect, redirect, or regain things that they felt as though or feel as though they may be losing. So in addition to me just wanting to say thank you to you guys and give a little bit of my testimony in that regard, the necessity that came out of everything that happened on fraternity court, I just want to encourage somebody else, because we all know where we've been, but we can't necessarily attest to where we are going. And no matter where you may currently find yourself some people are in situations to where they don't know where their next meal is coming from. I've been there. Some people are in depressive states of mind. I've been there, just with even having to go to that show. You guys honestly don't know how much that took out of me. There were days where it felt as though it literally hurt me to breathe. It hurt me to get out of the bed. It hurt me to even just do the basics that I knew were necessary for me in order for me to grow and continue to embody the example of a woman that I expect my 3 biological daughters to follow, but my 5 daughters to follow, including Kiesha and her sister. It was necessary for me to be able to get up, to regain control of my life, to regain control of my emotional and mental status, in order for me to exemplify to my son an example of the type of woman, as he continues to grow and get older, that he should attract or be attracted to. So, I want to, kind of encourage the person that are without a job. I've been there before too, guys. Like, listen, I've been through so much aside from fraternity court. You guys got to see, I appreciate all the comments about me being articulate or me being intelligent or me being strong. However, there were times where I was not strong. There was times where I was absolutely vulnerable. I was a vulnerable, emotional mess. And this is me being real and transparent to you guys. There were times where I've read comments where, oh, you're such an inspiration. I didn't want to be an inspiration, because I couldn't even inspire myself just to get out the bed to do the necessary things on a day-to-day basis that were required of me, right? At this point, however, I thank God for the necessity And I just, guys, y'all don't understand how much this just even making this video has really changed me, and changed my view and changed my perspective on how I see things and what I'm thinking about is happening next.